Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of Evil Empire. My name is Icon, and today we're going to proceed with the build-up of this wonderful story. I'm going to flesh out the personality of the three overlord ladies here a little bit more. I have some wonderful plans for this space and where we're going to be at the end of this episode. I don't know. Let's find it out and jump right in. And if you haven't done so already, please feel free to leave a subscription on my channel. It would help my progression so much, and you can decide if you want to have some notifications for the future or not. Your call, but if you want to help the growth of this channel, please just do it. If not, I don't mind. Just stay here and enjoy the show, please. So, the things are pretty clear. Britt is going to be the person here who's... I consider her the creative mastermind behind the colony. She was a story writer and a biosphere manager. Her talents are plants, animals, art, and a certain thing for medicals. I mean, okay, I found out that everybody of these three has a passion for medical. I love it. It's so fitting to our schemes. And Britt will be the... I consider her the person that will be building Alpha 1 to the wonderful place for the superior advancement of mankind or whatever. Anya Brown. From a sickly child to a civil servant, her talents are now widely spread between the science, the medics, and the social things. I would 100% see her as the face of this society. She would represent this thing to the outer world, and she's going to be more or less the governor of this place, and I will see her as the overlord of the lesser beings, because she's going to manage them as a very efficient workforce, and well, we're going to see where that leads. Until we need some people to begin with, but we don't have them yet. Freeman, though, as the apocalypse survivor turned into defector, I consider her as the iron fist of this place. She's also a constructing person, shooting very high, crafting a passion behind that. I see this woman as the stalwart defender of Alpha 1, and the three of those who's going to get the best military equipment and upgrades as the first person, because I don't know. I would consider her as the pillar of security of Alpha 1. Let's go. So we're going to see how we're going to achieve greatness, but funds and a safe place to live are a very important thing to begin with. Of course, human resources are very desirable as well, because that's the real fun thing about human resources in Rimworld. They are so powerful to generate wealth, and since I'm having the prison labor mod enabled, we're even going to have them available as workforce, because I felt like it would be so fitting to have it this way. I'm not taking the hospitality guests here. Hospitality guests are, for this narrative thought, like consider a Hollywood movie where an evil overlord is giving a dinner party to certain important political guests. That's what hospitality guests are going to be. So let's check it out. The rice plants are coming along nicely. We're needing more and more steel. Britt is starting to mine out some of that, so that does work quite well. To begin with, I want to just start to have a large supply of food and a large supply of power, but I think we provided this quite well. So now the turbines are completely offline, and let's see how long the batteries are going to hold out. We're going to suffer through a heat wave here, so maybe we want to put in a cooler here and there. Also, the hydroponics, of course, needs to have some temperature control. It's very, very important. I think I'm going to shut down the building of the other parts for the time being, because it's very, very important. especially since we're now having a heat wave. I built this place on a mechanoid intrusion. The problem with mechanoid intrusions is they are quite rare on the planets. Some planets they don't even spawn at all. So my trading spots in this playthrough are not ideal, and I like it this way. I scum around with ideal trade routes way more than I should. So almost 5 days of travel. Gosh, this place is easier to arrive. So we're walking along this alpha biome here seems to be very, very painful. In case you didn't know it, this is a gelatinous superorganism. Alpha Biomes is a great mod. I love it so much. It makes very nice things happen, or not nice things. Depends on the point of view. But I really like Alpha Biomes and Alpha Animals mod for the richness of sci-fi life and flora and fauna getting included by these. This really gives the game that certain alien-esque feeling that I missed when I started playing vanilla Rimworld, and I miss it until today. So the Council of Three this idea came up in the comments on the last episode. Alpha 1 will always have a council of 3 leaders. That's the basic idea that I came up with, because I can't be sure that Britt, Anya, and Freeman will be surviving forever. So the order will be quite clear. It's always going to be, if possible, a psychopathic transhumanist. And if that's not possible, it's going to be a transhumanist. And if that's not going to be possible, it's going to be a psychopath, in that order. Because I think the transhumanism is the thing that I want to outline in this playthrough the most, because we want to be more than humans. That's basically the idea here. So we're suffering heat strokes here. It's not great. What's our installation scale? Around 30 degrees. So we would need some slag. All right, Anya's already hauling that stuff. All right. I mean, the cooler will need some more steel, but not endlessly much. So how are the heat strokes now? Ooh, that's much. So Freeman needs to pull a little night shift here to get the steel going for the cooler. One more time. I think now we have. All right, cargo pods. So what did the what good fortune did we get? Peaches. Life gives us peaches. Nice. Some sweet berries to have a nice day. Okay, so this will turn off the heatwave problem. Okay, very well. It was very important to me because this can get quite deadly quite quickly. So 9 days of food left, and I think Alpha 1 has been established, at least the rough outlinings of it. And let's proceed further. So we're hauling in the peaches. That's very good. This will be a nice surplus of food, so it wouldn't have been any problem to research hydroponics in the time being. But well, it gave me a safe feeling, and now I have the resources to supply some human resources as well. It's not bad, really. All right, Freeman is having a nice sleep out. I think she deserved that. She's the woman which turned down the heat. So, speaking of which, we need to turn down the heat in here as well. So, keep mining here and mining here, but I just started to notice that I should put some thought into the mining process instead of just chipping away on that mountain. Okay. So, but I do like the mining training on them. It's a little bit sad that I don't have any passionate miners in my colony, but well, there's always something that doesn't have passionate people to work on. What goes up with my cats? All right, here. They're in insect hunter mode. All right, Brett is heat stroking again. So we really need some proper clothing. I'm going to try and tame that slurry peat now that I have some rice available. Finally, there's the stuff I need to get that going. So Brit is also going to be, of course, the person which is going to do the greens in this colony. Because Alpha 1 is meant to be a beautiful place in this environment here. Beauty can truly shine. At least that's the basic idea. Quest available, the Ambushed Baroness. So, being psychopaths, all of them, of course they will use this connection. There's not a single thought wasted about if or if not, because being connected with powerful people is something which brings us further to progression. So they will take everything. They will always take everything, and that's also the strong narrative behind this series. I'm not going to take any compromise to get more powerful. So. Shock Goat Ram. Wow, that's a quite exotic one. Let's hope we can shoot it down before it gets close to us. But let's send Brit to kite that thing. Yeah, it's already behind her. I don't know how dangerous it is. Let's see how dangerous melee with this thing would be. Well, 6.5. I don't know. I don't want to read the whole text. But the name seems to imply that it has some sort of electricity going on for itself. But whatever, we got what Nicknas wanted. We destroyed that animal for him, and now give us our reward. Anya is now will now hold a title for the Empire. It's perfect. This makes us so much stronger. I think in this playthrough I will seek to find enough honor as quick as possible to get the Acolyte level going on as quick as possible. Because having reinforcements available is exactly what we need. So there we go. Ah, yeah, sure, we are not getting the stuff. We need to accept the ceremony now, of course. So get over here, buddy, and ceremonize her. I mean, it does look quite cool, gotta say. But we're going to look so much cooler, gotta tell you. Haha. But this all red gear here on this guy is quite fancy, gotta say. But I mean, I do really like the amount of fluff that has been included here. Do bestowing ceremony. So my cats are going really crazy today. I don't know why. Alright, so she's now getting the human title. And Word of Trust. Haven't that one before. Speak to the prisoner while using psychic suggestion to reduce his resistance to recruitment. I already love this. This fits the idea behind her so well. Great. Okay, good job. Everything goes according to plan. Okay. But now we need to make it happen that this place stops looking like crap. because the ladies are not happy with the barracks situation, and I think we need to etch out our home here a little bit more thoroughly. I mean, the mountains here are forming already some sort of a square, which I could use, which I could work around. Good lord. My cats are rarely that active during my recordings. Well, they do like the action too, I guess. So long story short, I think I'm going to fortify myself, and this is going to be the area where we're going to take most combats. So this means this area here will be, for now, the area we're taking for a living. I don't know if I'm going to, maybe I'm going to leave this here open too, to have a funnel for the enemies coming from the southern side. I think that should be a good idea. Laborers for the Exodus Empire. Not yet. Not yet. But our psychopaths will be there for you one day. Okay? We just need to figure some things out before we can get there, my friends. But we'll get there. So, another thing that's different in this series compared to my other playthroughs is the fact that I won't give a crap about the life of the people which are not part of the inner circle of this colony. I'm going to use them however I can to get my people forward. And if we need their organs, we're going to take their organs, whatever. I can earn so much money with that, it's sick. So, alright. But for now, we're needing insane amounts of steel. I can't really build any living areas yet, because we're lacking the necessary steel. But I can flesh out the outlinings of the fortress to be. So I'm not happy with the steel walls here, so but I can't really change it for the time being. So here goes wall 1. I'm going for outer walls now because I really do like the idea of funneling my enemies through that narrow corridor down there. It really, really fits well into my picture of my starting area here. We're going to expand later on, I'm pretty sure. But for the time being, this should be very, very powerful. And let's pull up a... Let's use this. This here? Yeah. Going to replace that all that Adobe stuff though. Alright, there we go. It's a nice big home for us with two very clear and controllable funnels for combat. Because it's I like to build my bases with a clear outlining where we can let our enemies come towards us at a favorable spot. Alright. So at least we're building a larger barracks now, I'd say. But the situation we're in is very stable. I mean, I'm starting to get the amounts of food necessary to maintain the colony. A meditation spot is necessary. Where would Anya now meditate? I guess outside here. This place is a shame right now, but there's a lot of work to do. Oh, we got the slurry now. Nutrient paste production. Yum, yum. So this is going to be a feeding unit for the lesser beings. It's wonderful. It's a animal. It's docile. We can train it quite well. And it seems to me I didn't install Fluffy's animal tab. Gotta change that. It's the best animal tab I have. So we're going to build some more doors here and there because I really don't like fortress setups that don't come with enough doors. So let's clear out this room. Makes everybody a little bit happier if it's not that dirty in here. But I clearly need more steel. So let's haul these chunks, as many as possible, because they are the easiest way of getting steel right now. Because nobody here is good at mining. If I had good miners here, this stuff is very easily mineable. 950 is well, it's not insanely easy, but it's not too shabby either. Hey, there's Slurrypede. It's our new friend. So we're going to need a name for the Slurrypede. First person commenting it is going to take the title. So let's see. If nobody does it before I record episode 3, I'm going to make up my own name. That's how it works. But this Slurrypede is such a unique animal that I really want to name it. I mean, this thing is almost 1,900 years old. Come on. It has served some name. I mean, basically, I even would consider a very weird thing happening here. But, I think Brit would be very, very fascinated with this specimen because, she's a transhumanist, and this Slurrypede is a marvelous creature of genetic modification, so, and cybernetic augmentation as well. Just wanted to point that out for a moment here. So I wonder when the first visitors will be here. So I'm starting to deconstruct the ship chunks as well, because we need more components. In this environment, you can build up large, efficient complexes with machineries so friggin' quickly. It's amazing. Like with this supply of steel, I love it. It's really fun to play that if you come past the food problem. But I gotta say, this doesn't even feel too cheesy what I did here, because I had to go through a very strict focus to get there, so it's not that bad. Disgusting nutrient paste meal. They're even disgusting. Wonderful. Perfect for the people to come. This paste is even more disgusting than the paste produced by a nutrient paste dispenser. And people will just outright hate eating it. It was cheap though. The slurry is edible for carnivore and omnivore animals, but barely and completely indigestible for herbivores. So that's interesting. So herbivores can't be fed with that stuff. Would be too OP, I guess. But, I mean, it's perfect prisoner food. I love it. It's so good. It's like the Slurrypede is our friend, and this thing produces a very, very large amount of that stuff. I mean, that's 10 units in such a short time. How much nutrition do these have? 0.8. This thing produces insane amounts of nutrition, to say the least. How much does it eat? Well, a nutrition bar of 2. It does need 1 bar of nutrition per day, roughly. Or, wait a sec, I can read it out more thoroughly. Oh, okay. Nutrition eaten per day. Oh my god, this thing is hungry. I see. So, okay, so this thing is eating a lot of food from us, and it's producing prisoner food in return. I mean, if it eats 3.2 meals per day and it produces 8 points of nutrition per day at the same. It's a very, very powerful thing, and I think I understood now why herbivores can't eat that stuff, because that thing itself is a herbivore, and this prevents that these things can feed themselves in an endlessly perfect cycle. All right, so since I'm overproducing my rice here so heavily, I don't mind at all. We can do that, so it's okay, no problem at all. I got plenty of food for this for our little friend here. Oh yeah, here goes the mad rat. Huh. Brace yourselves. Gotta say, this thing is quite brave. Okay. Some light leather for the stockpile. Just want to check out how's the combat with these things. Ooh, pretty bad. Okay, so yeah, they're livestock. Cyber fauna livestock. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. All right. I really appreciate the rush on the hydroponics there. So I'm going to forbid my fortress area here for now, mainly because I don't want to want them to focus the resources into this right now, because we need a better sleeping solution. One thing though, a second hydroponics unit will be connected here. I consider well, if I go for more hydroponics, I'm going to build them somewhere else. So let's have the first housing unit here. We need some place where people can live, you know. So this is Decor, this is the outer border. All right. So let's build some nice large house for or leaders. I think this is for now a very proper housing for them. I'm going to build it like that. These are very large rooms, but I want to have some kind of standard for them to begin with. This is just about right. So we could send somebody for more honor, but I can't send anybody right now. That's I don't feel like that's a good idea. So for now, I'm going to have a stockpile zone outside here for the disgusting nutrient paste meals, because I don't want to store them right now. They can lie there and rot away. I don't care, but I don't want them in my stockpile, in my main stockpile. It's just there's meant to be good food in there and not disgusting food. So, all right. Just checked out that I didn't disable accidentally something that I didn't want to disable. Okay, we're finally getting close to having the steel down for all the hydroponics basins. That's good. I do know that I have a pretty heavy overkill on the food production here, but I'm always a big fan of having some stockpiles, mainly because this makes you a little bit safer versus crisis situations. All right. And speaking about which, we're going to breed our own heal roots in the future. But we're pretty far away from that yet. Okay. So this stuff will just lie around here. I don't care. Very, very nice start. Solar panels are still letting me wait a little bit, but it seems to me like the batteries that I've installed are working out quite nicely here. I have a sufficient supply, it seems, for the time being. But eventually I'm going to upgrade that as well. Oh, visitors! Hello, Purple. So, let's see. There's a confined space in the battery room, which should be a perfect room to start our business with. Okay. Hey, Purple. Are you really running away? Let's check him out, though. An undergrounder and an optimist. Let's see how far he'll get with his optimism. So, there we go. Oh, yeah. First shot in the leg. Good one. That slows him down quite well. Oh, and a headshot. Right into the skull. Alright. Come here, bad boy. Aw, come on. Again. Already dead. Well, lucky for him, I'd say. Alright. But some more food for us. I mean, are we actually eating that stuff, or who's eating that? I think the Slurrypede might. Slurrypede should. So let's see. That was a little bit lame. Only one person. Well, we're going to get there. Oh, can somebody get that away? I mean, that's Freeman, please. So there you go. The leather of humans is quite valuable. I mean, I can understand that every hobby necromancer and evildoer values this material, but it's also very sought after by cannibals who see it as a object of culture. Well, definitely nobody's taste here for now. I mean, a cannibalistic, transhumanistic psychopath would be basically jackpot. Alright. So we still train that thing. Yeah, it's taking the human meat. Awesome. Because human meat is very good to get your animals through everything. I mean, it's a very potent cycle. Raiders feed your animals. Animals feed you. Come on. Isn't that hard? Okay. So we're getting that steel rolling. So for some reason they started to build the housing area first before they finished the hydroponics, but it's okay. I mean, the hydroponics is pretty done as it is, and I noticed that my battery capacities seem to be high enough that we're not suffering any problems to sustain our needs here. There seems to be enough juice in the batteries until the next surge of wind every time. But I'm still looking forward to to supporting this with some reliable solar power every day, because that's the good thing about solar power. It's just reliable. It's as long as you're not having a volcanic winter event, it's going to be there for you always. Oh, and also I just noticed that we're not having any conduit yet. So I love this Subsurface Conduit mod. It's so OP because it makes your conduits actually invulnerable while they're underground. So if you don't know it yet, so here, they don't even have HP, so indestructible. That's OP because the other conduits are actually destructible, and your power supplies can't be interrupted if you do that. But well, 50 units of work for one piece of cable though. That's the downside. It's really much work compared to, I don't know, oh yeah, here, 50 times more work and triple amount of resource. So it evens out. I love it how the Rimworld modding community is always so there are a lot of mods that are just well balanced. That's what I wanted to say. A lot of modders are very good at balancing things. I'm very surprised every time about that when I see it. So, look at Freeman building the new housing complex. The council's rooms are getting finished. I don't like it as a long-term solution. I think as a long-term solution, this is going to be all Anya's abode. Like living quarters, throne room, and I don't know yet what. Maybe some private prison, some private serf. I could imagine that she could be a person that has her private prisoner that does her everyday things for her. I mean, who wouldn't want that, if we're honest with ourselves? Okay, so the wind turbines are on a down again, using so much power there. It's running dry so quickly. It's always making me a little bit nervous because once there is no more power, plants in the hydroponics basins immediately start dying. Oh yeah, here we go. Good old food poisoning stories. But well, Anya has to work towards her title. What's the food poison chance? 2%. I'm always pretty amazed about the ratio, how often that happens. But okay. My friends, though, it is time to ring in the goodbye scenes, because it's about time. So, we did make some good progress here. I mean, I sketched out the rough outlinings of the fortress to be. The rooms of the council are almost done. We rack up a little bit more human leather now, and we're going to sell that off at the very first moment that we are able to. I mean, that's really a lot of money, like $4.20 versus $2 for dog leather, and $1.90 of light leather. So human is really, really valuable stuff. Alrighty, friends, so if you liked this episode, or if you have anything on your mind, drop a comment down below. Always appreciate that. And leave a thumbs up for the algorithm if you thought this episode is worth to be recommended. And of course, support this channel, subscribe to it. It really helps so much, you can't imagine how much. Whatever might be the case, I hope you're having a wonderful time until we see each other again, or not, or whatever. Okay, my friends, goodbye.